Theft, robbery, crime. Every night these things happen quietly on America's streets and no one ever finds out. A street that feels safe during the day becomes the most dangerous place after midnight. Chicago, New York, Los Angeles. Nobody shows you the dark side of these cities. Today, we will learn that hidden truth. What America really looks like after midnight. America after midnight. When the city changes. Midnight comes. And something shifts. The lights stay on, but the people are gone. A street that was full of life just 1 hour ago now feels like a different place. The same buildings, the same corners. But something is missing. Something you cannot see, but you can feel. This is the hour when America changes. Not all at once, slowly, store by store, block by block. Between 12 a.m. and 3 a.m., cities lose their crowd. The noise fades, the traffic thins out, and in that silence, something else begins to move. We are not here to scare you. We are here to show you something real. Something that happens every night in almost every American city, while most people are asleep in their beds. Empty streets, fewer people, fewer witnesses, closed businesses with dark windows staring out like empty eyes. 2. Chicago. When the streets go quiet. Chicago at 2 a.m. does not look like Chicago at 2 p.m. The busy streets, the honking cars, the crowds crossing at every light, all of it slowly fades. By 2 a.m., the city has changed its shape. Wide avenues sit empty. A single car passes, then nothing. Transit stations become strange places at this hour. A person waiting alone on a platform. The train delayed, the silence stretching longer than it should. These are the moments when people feel most exposed. Parking areas near closed offices and empty lots become their own kind of danger zone. No cameras working right, no people passing by, just shadows and the sound of your own footsteps. But Chicago is never fully asleep. Night workers move through these same streets. Cleaners heading to buses, nurses finishing late shifts, bakers starting their ovens before sunrise. They walk the same empty blocks that feel dangerous to everyone else. For them, it is simply the job. The risk is just part of getting home. Even the city's rhythm changes with the hour. The lake wind moves through empty avenues once filled with music and voices. Streetlights hum over corners where, hours earlier, hundreds of people had gathered. Now, only the occasional siren breaks the stillness, a distant reminder that somewhere, someone is watching over the quiet. 3. Philadelphia. The walk home after midnight. Philadelphia has a rhythm, and after midnight, that rhythm slows down to almost nothing. Quiet neighborhoods, once filled with porch lights and evening conversations, go dark. Businesses lock their doors. Metal shutters come down. The street becomes a long, silent hallway. This is when the late-night workers start their walk. Restaurant staff, closing up after a long shift. Delivery drivers, finishing their last stop. Service workers, tired, just wanting to get home and sleep. And for many of them, the hardest part is not the job. It is the walk after the job. The last few blocks. The ones with fewer streetlights. The ones where the sidewalk feels longer than it really is. Something strange happens in those final blocks. A normal street, one you have walked 100 times, suddenly feels unfamiliar. Every sound seems louder. Every shadow seems closer. This is the walk home after midnight. Something so simple, and yet, for many people, something they think about every single night. Some carry their keys between their fingers. Some call a friend just to hear a voice on the line. Small habits, quiet routines, built not out of fear, but out of experience. The kind of caution a city teaches you without ever saying a word. 4. Los Angeles, long roads, empty streets. Los Angeles is enormous, miles and miles of roads, stretching out in every direction. And after midnight, this massive size becomes something else. Isolation, long stretches of road with no other cars, neighborhoods that feel far from everything. A single traffic light blinking yellow, again and again with nobody around to see it. Gas stations become small islands of light in this darkness. Bright signs, open doors, a place that never fully closes. But that light also brings a certain kind of exposure. Cameras, yes, but also strangers, alone, at the worst hour of the night. For rideshare and delivery drivers, this is simply the job. Hour after hour, alone in the car, driving through streets that empty out more and more as the night goes on. They pick up strangers they have never met. They drop off packages at doors with no porch light. They do this again and again until the sun finally comes up. Los Angeles never really sleeps. But after midnight, it becomes a city of long roads and very few witnesses. The city's famous skyline still glows in the distance, but down on street level, the world feels smaller. A driver checks the rearview mirror one more time before pulling away. A locked door, a quiet breath. Just one more ride until sunrise. 5. Houston. When your car becomes your safe place. Houston is a city built for driving, and after midnight, the car becomes something more than transportation. It becomes a shelter. The roads stretch on for miles, long dark stretches between one light and the next. For many people driving alone at this hour, the car feels like the only safe space in the whole city. Gas stations along these long roads are essential, a place to stop, a place to breathe, but they can also feel very different after midnight. The same bright sign that felt welcoming during the day now feels like the only light for miles. And still, thousands of workers must travel through this darkness every single night. Truck drivers, nurses, warehouse workers, people whose shifts do not care what time it is outside. For them, arriving safely at their car is not just convenience. It feels like relief. A locked door, a quiet engine, a short moment where the world outside cannot reach them. This is Houston after midnight. Long roads, bright gas stations, and a city full of people simply trying to get home. The freeway hums beneath a wide, dark sky. Headlights appear and disappear like passing thoughts. For a moment, the driver is alone with the road, and with the quiet knowledge that home is still many miles away. 6. New York City, the city that never sleeps. They call it the city that never sleeps. And in many ways, that is true. But even New York has two faces after midnight. One face is loud. Bright lights, crowded bars, music spilling out onto the sidewalk. The other face is completely different. Quiet side streets, empty stairwells, doors closed for the night. The subway holds both of these worlds at once. A crowded car, full of laughter and noise, and just a few stops later, an empty platform with one person standing alone, waiting for a train that feels like it will never come. This is the strange truth about New York. You can be surrounded by millions of people and still feel completely alone. A side street, just one block from the noise and the lights, can feel like an entirely different city. Quiet, still, watching. This is New York after midnight, a city full of people, and yet, in certain corners, a city where you might not see another soul for many, many minutes. Steam rises from a subway grate. A distant siren fades into the skyline. Somewhere above, 1,000 windows are still lit. But down here, on the empty street, it feels like the whole city has gone somewhere else without you. 7. The people who keep America moving at 3 a.m. While most of the country sleeps, some people are just getting started. Delivery drivers move through empty streets, carrying food and packages to doors that will not open until morning. They knock, they leave the item, and they move on to the next stop, alone, again and again. Gas station and convenience store workers stand behind the counter, face to face with strangers who walk in from the darkness outside. They do not know who will come through that door next, and still, they open it every single night. Security guards and night shift workers walk through quiet buildings, empty parking lots, and long hallways with no one else around. They protect a city that has, in every sense, gone to sleep without them. These are the people who keep America moving at 3 a.m., quiet, unseen, doing work that most of us will never think about. And every one of them carries the same small, unspoken thought as they clock in. Just get through the night safely, They rarely make headlines. No one applauds them at sunrise. But without them, the country would not run the way it does. The deliveries would not arrive, the stores would stay dark, and the buildings would stand unguarded through the longest hours of the night. 8. Why midnight can change the risk. Why does midnight change everything? The answer is simple, but it is also heavy. Fewer witnesses. When something happens on an empty street, there is no one to see it. No one to call for help right away. No one to remember what happened. Isolation plays its part too. Quiet streets, dark parking lots, neighborhoods where even a single working streetlight feels like a small miracle. And then there is opportunity. Not something anyone likes to talk about, but something very real. Fewer people, less light, less attention. These conditions can create moments where someone may look for a chance to take advantage of another person's vulnerability. This is not about fear for the sake of fear. This is about understanding. Understanding why the same street can feel completely different at 2 p.m. and at 2 a.m. Midnight does not create danger on its own, but it removes the things that usually protect us: the crowd, the light, the witnesses. And in that gap, in that quiet space between sunset and sunrise, risk can grow. Awareness is not the same as fear. Understanding a pattern is the first step toward avoiding it. Cities are not dangerous by nature, but certain hours, certain corners, and certain moments ask a little more caution from all of us. 9. The robberies that never make national news. Most robberies never become a headline. They happen quietly. A person walking to their car, a worker closing up a store, a delivery driver standing at a doorstep, and then, in a matter of seconds, something is taken. Money, a phone, a sense of safety that may never fully return. These are small crimes in the eyes of the news. No cameras arrive, no reporters ask questions. The story never leaves the neighborhood where it happened. But for the victim, the story does not end there. The emotional impact can last far longer than the value of what was stolen. A sound at night can bring the memory back. A dark street can suddenly feel unsafe, even in daylight. And the hardest part, many of these people go back to work the very next day. They put on the same uniform. They walk the same streets. They carry the memory quietly because the world outside does not know and does not ask. This is the hidden cost of midnight in America. Not the big story, the small ones, the ones nobody talks about. Behind every unreported incident is a person who still has to pay rent, still has to show up, still has to walk past the same corner tomorrow. Their courage is quiet, their strength is invisible, but it is real. 10. America. Before sunrise. The night comes to an end. Slowly, the night begins to let go. Between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m., something starts to shift again. A few more cars appear on the road. A light turns on in a kitchen window. The first bus of the morning pulls away from an empty stop. The night workers, the ones who kept the city moving while everyone else slept, finally begin heading home. Tired eyes, quiet relief. Another night survived. The streets that felt so empty, so uncertain, just hours before, slowly fill up again. The morning crowd returns. The noise comes back. The city wakes up, unaware of everything that happened while it was sleeping. And so we are left with one final question. While most Americans were sleeping, who was still out there? And what did they see? Somewhere, tonight, this same story will happen again. A quiet street, a worker walking home, a city changing its shape once more as the clock strikes midnight. And when the sun finally rises, the city forgets its own night. The streets fill with strangers who never knew what happened in the dark. But somewhere, someone remembers. Somewhere, someone made it home. And that in itself is a quiet victory.